What's up, world? And welcome to episode 2 of season 2 of Chicago Bears Weekly. Now, just this past week, or maybe 2 weeks ago from now, the top 100 players in the NFL list came out, and 4 of our Chicago Bears made the list. So in today's episode, I'm going to give my thoughts on the 4 Bears that made the list. Should they be higher? Should they be lower? Or are they at the right spots? So without further ado, let's dive into it. The first player that made this year's list is Kyle Fuller, coming in at number 95. Now, after the tremendous season that he had with 7 interceptions, there is no way he didn't make the list. He was also one of the most targeted corners in the NFL last year, but that didn't stop him from having a tremendous year with the aforementioned 7 picks and also batting passes away. Now, I do think he should have been a little bit higher on this list. After leading the league in interceptions, 95 is quite low, but nonetheless, I will take his spot on the list. I'm happy the fact that he actually made the list, because honestly, in my opinion, the NFL top 100 list can be a little bit biased at times, and it also can take into consideration more history of a player versus the very past season that they're ranking. So Kyle Fuller making the list at 95 is great. I just think he should have been maybe a little bit higher, maybe within the 80 to 85 range, maybe somewhere like that, but I can't argue with the fact that he made it. He's 95, so that's a good thing, and he's going to be continuing to get better with the improvement of the defense. So that's that first player on the list. Now, the second player on the list was Akeem Hicks at number 39, and I got one thing to say about that. It's about damn time that Akeem Hicks made the top 100 list. In the past 2 years, outside of 2018, he'd had great years. It's just the team wasn't winning well, and I think they take that into consideration as well when they're selecting this list. And Akeem Hicks has finally got his due. He was long overdue to make the top 100 list. He had an absolutely dominant season at the 3-4 defensive tackle position. His knowledge of the game and how he reads plays and reads the offensive lineman is one of the top notch in the NFL. And I still don't think that he gets the credit that he is rightfully due. I still think people rank him low among defensive tackles. So that's even gonna make it that much better when they see him have another great 2019 year. And as you Bears fans will know, at the 100-year anniversary kind of convention, he was challenged by the old Bear heads such as Dan Hampton, Ed O'Bradovich, Chris George, and Tommy Harris to really take that leadership of the team. And Akeem Hicks' personality, I think he's going to take over as being one of the big top leaders. He is already one, but I think the challenge that they gave him is just going to make him play that much better, and I can't wait to see the type of season that Akeem Hicks is going to have in 2019. Now, the third Bear to make this list is Mr. Pick 6 himself, Eddie Jackson, coming in at the number 30 spot on the top 100 list. Another player that got the credit that he was due, and only his second full season in the NFL. He already has 5 defensive touchdowns. It would have been 6 if some certain offsides penalty wasn't called against Arizona. So Eddie Jackson's instincts and his know-it-all, his study and his knowledge of the game is at a very elite level, despite him being in only his 3rd season in the league. Now, the injury that he had against the Green Bay Packers last year, I think with him in that game against Philly, I don't think Philly scores that touchdown to beat us. I don't think we're in that position to kick that double doink. That's how big of an impact Eddie Jackson has on his defense. He's able to read what the quarterback's eyes are, and he's able to sprint to the tee and bat down passes or pick them off. And he has excellent center field coverage, almost sort of like some former Hall of Fame safety that just got elected this year, Ed Reed. Yes, I'm comparing Eddie Jackson to Ed Reed at this stage in his career now. Not the dominant Ed Reed he was in the prime of his career, but at the beginning, Eddie Jackson is very much so going to take that Ed Reed leap. I think, in my opinion, he's just that great of a ball hawk. He's just that dominant of a safety. So that's the third Bear that comes in at this list. The fourth Bear, everybody expected him to be in the top 10. One, Khalil Mack, coming in at the number 3 spot on this list. I can't argue with that. Nobody can argue with that. Aaron Donald 1, Drew Brees 2. You can't really argue with Khalil being the number 3 player on this list. He is the best pass rusher in the NFL, having won a Defensive Player of the Year and finishing second in the Defensive Player of the Year voting this year. Khalil Mack is just an absolute beast, and he proved that his very first game as a Bear with an interception, a forced fumble, sack, and a touchdown in the first half. You can't get any more dominant than that. So there's nothing to argue with Khalil Mack being the number 3 player in the NFL. He is the very, very best pass rusher. And I'm not just saying that because he's a Chicago Bear. Any team he played for, that man is an absolute freak. Bull rushing people with just one hand, bull rushing and just all types of pass rush moves that he's obtained. You can only hope to contain Khalil Mack. You can't slow him down. There's no way in hell he wouldn't have been outside the top 5 in the top 5 player list. He is just the absolute dominant beast, and I can't wait to see what he does September 5th against them little sorry ass Packers. Let's go Bear. Now that's going to do it for today's episode of Chicago Bears Weekly. Be sure to leave your thoughts in the comment section down below, the players that made the top 100, or do you think somebody else on the squad should have been added to the NFL's top 100 list? Leave your thoughts in the comment section down below, like the video, share the video, and also subscribe to the channel, as that only helps the channel to grow. And be sure to click that notification bell, join the Noti Gang, to be notified of when your boy uploads. Now, I am your boy, Ep.2 Sports, signing out. Peace out.
I wanna say thank you to my mom and my daddy for making love the night that you had me. Wanna thank my friends, my sister, and my brother.